Okay, this is OBS Studio. You're probably familiar with it if you've installed it and you've been messing around, but it can be a little bit confusing, intimidating. There's a lot of controls and a lot of settings, and your instinct might be, let's not use this, there's an easier app. Um, I've been through that whole cycle and keep coming back here because there's a lot of features that you will not be able to find almost anywhere else. You don't need to use most of the features here if all you're doing is recording videos for demos and stuff like that. You're not hosting a podcast and doing live stuff, but there are a couple of things that I've found really, really indispensable. The first one is that right now I'm speaking to you on a cheap headset microphone. I do have an expensive microphone. I have it in the other room. It's sort of a whole studio setup. I just go in there when I can be bothered. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. When I just want to record a quick video, I can use this fairly cheap headset mic, and if I use some settings in OBS, it can sound pretty decent. Doesn't sound as good as the expensive mic, but that mic is really expensive, and this was like a $25 headset. So when I speak, my S's are quite harsh. Okay, I've got a big problem with that typically if I don't fix it somehow. So what I've got on my microphone settings, if we go to filters, I've got a couple of audio filters here. I've got a 3-band equalizer, right? So you can come here and you can add filters of different kinds. For me, this is what works best for my voice type, okay? I've got a bit of a dull voice, but with harsh S and P sounds. So I've got the high tones reduced, minus 16 decibels. I've got the mid, around the average, I guess. I assume that the middle here is just 1 decibel, which is the normal. So I'm reducing the mid and the high quite a lot. I'm leaving the low where it is. I've also got a compressor. Okay, so the compressor is helping with the popping when you make a P sound. If we, if we use this, it's I don't know how to describe the effect. It's like it's taking the highest or loudest noises in your speech and it's reducing those down so that there's not that much of a range between normal speech and the popping sound and so on. And then the last one is noise gate. And I honestly can't remember, but I don't want to mess with this because I feel like it sounds pretty good. I don't think I'm really using this. I think I was experimenting with this, but it was cutting off my words. So this one was recommended to use to solve the other two problems, but I was finding that when I was using it, I couldn't get it so that it would reduce the P and the S sounds, but without cutting off words or cutting off the beginnings of words and stuff like that. So you could experiment with this, or mainly experiment with these two. And while you are experimenting, and even I do this while I'm recording, so that stuff was under filters. If you go to properties, cancel that, go to advanced properties. Okay, so on your audio, go to advanced properties. You see here, I've got for my microphone, monitor and output. Okay, it means that I can hear my own voice while I'm talking to you. And you can have this on while you're recording, just so that you are 100% sure that your audio is getting captured. There's nothing worse than recording a video for 30, 40 minutes and then realizing that you forgot to unmute your microphone or that your cat stood on the mic and switched it off or something like that. So being able to hear your own voice as well as see it on the levels does help. But that's definitely good for recording, but especially if it annoys you too much while you're recording, have that switched on at least while you're applying the filters. Okay, so that you can just keep talking and talking and talking. While you're talking, you're adjusting these until you can hear that the difficult sounds, P, S, they so they're called sibilants, I think. Yeah, sibilants is the term for those sounds that are going to impact a microphone and make it so that it has a pop or a hiss. Those are called sibilants, and while you're fixing those, you just keep talking and talking and talking and adjusting these until it sounds good, and then you leave it like that. All right. So that's the audio part of this. I'm gonna stop now and record another video showing you how to do these overlay profiles so that you can chop out different parts of your screen and make it all look nicer while you're recording.